Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 10 here in our All the Mods 9 to the Skies playthrough. We're a little bit farther ahead than when my last episode. The last week or so, I've been pretty sick and my throat was really sore, so there was not really much I could do as far as streaming or making videos. I did get some progress done. I wanted to get some work started on our base building, and you can see in the background I've gotten our orbs finished. We had started that during the last one, so now they're all done. I also changed up the way our control center here is. So instead of just being a big disc in the middle, I now have what I'm referring to as Octagon. So from here, there are windows out where you can see the areas on all the different sides, and I'm probably going to expand this upwards and downwards. Downwards, I'm going to put in a storage room so we can move all of this storage below. A lot of this auto crafting is going to be moved to another section in the base, and then this will just be like our command center, our control room. So the other thing I was working on is, we come over here to the power plant. I've been working on how I want things to connect, and you can see there's a couple spots where it's not perfect, but what happened is the spheres where they intersected, they just overlapped. So I got rid of the part of the clear sphere that came into here, and then down here where they merged, I'm working on figuring out how I want to do the transition so that it's basically they're connected as two orbs that are connected to each other. So let me go over and show you at one of the other sections. So if we go to ore processing, this is our red section. This one still has the section from our clear orb from the center that's still intersecting here. And then if we go underneath, we can see that the orange sphere from beneath is still overlapping, and the red sphere goes down and overlaps into the orange section. So I'm going to break some of this because that I can get through, and it's going to be going anyway. But so basically, I'm getting rid of the upper sphere, part of the sphere here, and the lower part, and getting rid of the clear one. And then we're going to be putting in a flat transition in between the two of them. So if we go back to our power plant, let's just drop down so we can see it. For now, I just have the black here. I used a builder to place a flat layer at the same level as our command center over there. And then I also used the builder to build a ring around the outside out of black concrete. And I'm working on how I want to make them transition. They don't quite line up with the spheres below and stuff like that, so I need to do some manual work. You can see up here where they join. There's some work in progress on that. I'm putting glass on top of the black concrete so that it doesn't allow any spawning. And on the outside, I'm going to work on raising up the edge there to meet with the glass above it. It's going to take a lot of time to do that. But the main thing is I have to constantly be going back and forth into our system to grab items. And now I can set up wireless transmitters. Let's go back to our command center, or control center, I mean, and look at that. So if I make wireless receivers, these wireless transmitters, I mean, those can be, they basically send out a connection to our system, and then we use a wireless crafting grid to access the system remotely, which means we can extend the range. We don't have to be right next to one of our crafting grids in order to use it. With the range extenders, when you put them in, you get 16 blocks. And let's see. It's a range upgrade, I think is what it's called. And you can put 4 of these in, so you can get up to 64 blocks away, which means that I could sit down a wireless transmitter in the top here, 64 blocks away, I'd have access to it. And that would cover us for this entire control center, and that'd be fine. but it would mean that we have to put down lots of wireless transmitters throughout the area to get a signal throughout the whole place where we're working. Now, what we do have, is it? I think it's called the Infinity Booster. Infinity Range Booster. This comes from RS Infinity Booster, and this will increase the range much farther. Pretty sure that you can access it from anywhere. I haven't actually tried yet, but it uses 3 of the range upgrades. It uses netherite ingots, which we can make, and it uses Eyes of Ender, which we can also make. But we need a nether star. As far as Wither Skulls go, I do have 6 of them from our time in the nether, and I have soul sand. And so I think rather than try and figure out any fancy ways of doing things, I think I have my sword in here. I'm just going to go and try to take down a wither in the nether and see how that goes. I do need to make a bow of some kind because I would like to have a range weapon. I guess I could try to use a trident. I think I have some of those. But I'm going to have to sort out some kind of ranged weapon for us to attack the wither. I don't think I need anything fancy, to be honest. So let's just craft a regular bow. Just so I can do some damage to him while I am fighting him. And then I'm going to head down to the portal and we're going to travel through. We're going to do this in the nether because I don't want to risk blowing up a bunch of stuff. And so I'm going to go in there, find a spot to do it, and get set up, and then we will fight our first wither. So this being all the mods 9, I have decided to use some things to try to make me OP. So I've given myself all these different cooldowns or abilities that do effects to entities in the area. So I should have, when I summon in a wither, if it affects him, I'm not sure if it will or not, a wither that is blind, it has bad vision, has hunger, is nauseated, is poisoned, is slowed, has weakness, and is withered, and I'll have strength as well as attack steroids and many other buffs to help me do more damage to it. So I'm going to put down what we need to summon it in, and I'm just going to go gung-ho. Because why not? I just put a space inside of the Nether Fortress Tower because there's space there to do it. I don't know how much it's going to actually blow up or if it'll get out right away, but we'll see. I also have invisibility on, but I think he can see me just fine because of my armor. But I didn't really want to take off my armor. Did not think about the fact that I need to get the Nether Star. I do have magnetize on, so it should pick it up. Okay, good, we got it. That was much easier than I expected it to be. Let's go back in and we're going to kill another one. And, you know, normally I try to give, at least on the first attempt fighting something, a fighting chance. But this is all the mods 9. It's supposed to be super OP. And that's what's fun about it. I'm going to just kind of stay in here and see if it kills me. Because I don't think it will. That was fairly easy. All right, let's put some of this stuff away so I can pick up other things. I got some enchanted voodoo dolls. What else did I get from the fight? I got recovery heart from Forcecraft. I got some withering souls. I got familiar receptacle. But mostly what we came in for is for the nether stars. So let's head back out. I wonder how quickly I could get a few more skulls. Now I'm getting a lot of fragments. Let's put some more stuff in our inventory. Maybe we'll knock out a few more of these and see if we can get lucky enough to get enough to make. These, I think you just make them like that. Yeah, that'll get us 3 more. So I think if we just keep killing some wither skeletons here, probably take down a couple more withers. It should be worth the time. Mother Earl, the odd smelling. But yeah, as you can see, super OP. I don't even have, like, I just have, like, the armor that I got from our wandering trader. It's nothing anything super fancy. I mean, it is fancy, but, like, I didn't do anything to make it. So, pretty easy to become OP in this pack, which I very much enjoy. Take down a few more of these skeletons. Let's finish off what's on this bridge, and then we'll do a couple more withers before we head back. Eventually, we'll have to automate the process of the wither hunting, which we will probably do using some soul jars to create some seeds in mystical agriculture so we can grow our wither skeleton skulls, and then we will automate the process of killing them using a couple different methods we could do, but that will be down the road. But for sure, that is something we're going to do in this playthrough, because we definitely are going to need lots and lots of nether stars. Right now I have 6 skulls. And I have a stack of fragments. Don't care about the swords. They're just going to get picked up by my magnet anyway. So we have now 14. Let's get enough to do 1 more skull. And we'll kill 5 more withers. There we go. That gave us our 15th. Back over to our portal. We're going to go downstairs. And I think I'm going to do... Let's just put all this junk away. I want to pull out some black concrete. I don't think the black concrete's going to have a lot of blast resistance, but it'll at least give them something that they have to get through while I'm trying to kill them. And now we're going to use our soul sand. This should be fun. Because we have the attack steroids, we don't even have a cooldown on our swing, so we can just keep badgering these withers to death. There's one down. It's 2 down. That's 3 down. Where are the other ones at? Nope, they're still above me. Who says it has to be a challenge for it to be fun? Because let me tell you, that was not a challenge at all. And it was tremendous amounts of fun. I think we're going to be withered for quite some time. But that's okay. Between our saturation that makes it so we don't have to eat food and our regeneration, we'll be fine. But so now we have 7 nether stars. Go back to our control center. We can throw all this junk in there too. And then we're going to do the range affinity booster. Okay, so I need to make Eyes of Ender. Need to make these range upgrades. Let's teach the system how to make this. So let's teach it this recipe first. Oh no, not that recipe. This recipe. And then it already knows how to make nether ingots. We have the nether stars. We need to make these. We can put these just wherever they fit for now. And then let's try this again. I think we actually need to make this as well, just so that we can queue it up. Now we have the ability to craft it, which means already done, super fast. And then let's grab a wireless transmitter. We're just going to put this right on top of here. We're going to put this in. So the wireless transmitter has a range of 2.147483647 blocks. So let's grab this one. And then we need another range infinity booster, which we can craft. And again, probably doesn't take that long. We also need a network transmitter and receiver and a network card. Now let's grab a sign. Okay, so for the transmitter, just like these transmitters, we're going to put this one down. We'll just put it right on top. We're going to say that this is the nether. We're going to go to our, not the power plant. We're going to go to our portal. Now, right on top of the portal, we're going to place down this. We're going to link it to this network card. We're going to put this transmitter on top and put this inside. And now we need to do a couple last things. If we go to our control center and we go into here, we can add that network card. So now we're connected to the nether. And we need to do some more crafting real quick. So we actually want the wireless grid. If we put this in here, and let's do one other last flux controller, wireless charging, hotbar, armor, curios, offhand and main hand. That didn't seem to work. Oh, I have to hit apply. That's why it didn't work. Okay, so now we have wireless charging from the Flux network. So we have power in here. Cool. So we had to connect it to the controller so it knows what network it is. So we have our crafting grid here. Let's go to Farpoint. So this is a far place away from everything. I can still access the crafting grid. If I were to fly away, I can still access the crafting grid. So at all points of our base here in the overworld, we can access the crafting grid. And if we go to the nether, you can see that this is now... Oh, maybe it's not getting power. Did I not activate that? I thought that I did. Let's check this again. This is connected to the nether. You know what? I may have that disabled in the pack. I'll have to look in to see why that's not working. But once we get this working to connect properly, we will have wireless transmission interdimensionally too, through this system. Yeah, so just breaking it and replacing it didn't seem to do anything. Okay, yeah, it's probably something where it is disabled in the pack, and I just need to enable it because I intend to use it. So, but for now, at least, I have the ability to do crafting in our entire base here. So if I'm in, let's say we were working in power plant, now I need some black stained glass. Rather than having to fly all the way back, I can grab it, which means I need to grab these boxes. I brought the barrels over here so that I could keep going back and forth to grab the things. And I don't want that anymore because I don't need to do that. So we're going to put both of these down. We're going to take these two. We'll go back to our control center. Okay, so this one is black stained glass. We'll just put it here next to all the others. And I already have a barrel for the black stained concrete, but I'm going to put this one here just so I can empty it into that. And then what we're going to do is link both of them back up. And now, from anywhere, including over at the power plant while I'm working on fixing the black stained glass, I can go in here and just grab as much black stained glass as I need. And I can also put things away without having to be have any issues with that. So let's just grab a bunch of stuff. I can throw all this stuff into our system, and it now makes it so that basically I have a giant backpack that I can access from anywhere. I do need to figure out why it's not doing the interdimensional. I'm sure it's a mod configuration. Or could be that I'm just not doing something correctly. So we'll have to look into it, but we'll figure that out. And then we'll even be able to do things interdimensionally. So while we're traveling to other dimensions, we can just access our inventory from anywhere. So really, I don't need any of this stuff on here. This I want to keep out. Basically, what I'm going to do is this will go back to being my toolbox again. And so tools where I want to be able to access them quickly will sit in here, and everything else will go back into storage. That should all be fine for now. So now I can continue to work on building the spheres the way I want with wireless crafting access. And because of those nether stars, I can now do infinite range. And that is going to make things really cool. There's one last thing that I want to make, because I've been wanting to make this for a while. Now that I have another star, I can now use this wand. So let me show you what I want to use this for. Go back up to where our base is. One of the problems I had with building this structure is that I had to access the supplies, and I had to keep flying back. But also, I was using building wands to do some of the construction, and my wands kept breaking, so I had to keep crafting diamond wands, which isn't too big of a deal. I have plenty of diamonds, but it sure is a pain. But so now I have black stained glass in my inventory. I can just use it, and when I run out, I'll grab more. And we can continue to use this wand forever because it is infinite. Hard to see exactly what I'm doing here, but basically I want to bring this wall up so that it matches up to that one. I think that that's going to look the coolest as far as from inside. So let's go back to our starter base over there. The next thing I want to work on, which we're not going to do today, but we'll probably do it in between because it's not that difficult, is setting up teleporters so that I can teleport without having to go all the way back to here. But so if we come in here, actually, let's go to the control center real quick so we can sleep. And then let's go back to our power plant. But now if we come back towards this section is where we did that. I want to see what it looks like from the inside, the section where I did it. It looks pretty good. It fills it in to make it so that it is closed up. Definitely like it better than some of the areas where it's uneven. I don't know that it's really that much of a change, to be honest. You can barely tell the difference. So, you know, I'll keep working on it. We want to make things look as cool as possible, but we also want to continue on doing more things to build a super OP powerful base. And, you know, we're 10 episodes in. In the next 10, we would be able to do some crazy stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching today. It was kind of a recap episode of some work I'd already done because of me being sick all week. But I'm back to it, and I should be working to get videos back out regularly again. And hope you guys enjoy them. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.